Hello and welcome to another Waypoint FPL update, the penultimate episode of the season, and we are coming to you on the final day of the Premier League season. It could not be a better episode, Chris, and the weather is glorious as well.
As you can see from my shirt, I totally agree. So this couldn't have worked out any better, and with a swing at the top, it can still all go down to the final day, both for us and, of course, for the team that you have the shirt on for today.
Yeah.
So yes, without further ado, let's have a little look and see what's going on.
Absolutely. So yeah, you set it up quite nicely there, Chris. So you should be able to see Chris's very lovely summer shirt, people. But apologies for the small video. WhatsApp was not playing ball. If we look at the leaderboard, so Betts still remains in first, so no change in the top two. It is still down to the wire between Betts and Luke. There's an 18-point gap, which widened by a mere 2 points last week, Chris, with Betts outscoring Luke 59 to 57, but that is definitely not insurmountable. When the games kick off, I think we'll be able to go into their teams and see who they've respectively got and they've captained. So it'll be interesting to see, because as we know, teams tend to be broadly similar, and it can be those key different players and obviously captain decisions that can make the difference. So we'll see what happens there. Very exciting. And I've no idea what's going on with Cup either, so we'll have to see what... there's a thing that says view Cup matches here. Can this view everyone's or just mine? Oh, new function. Doing this off the gaffer.
What a final! What a final!
This is it. Yeah, we've got Owen against Smith, so we'll come back to that as well.
Smithy amazes in the final. Smithy's taken down the league leaders as he's gone. So going well there.
Oh yeah,
so.
Look at that. Yeah, fair play. Yeah, so that's we've got set up for a pretty good final there as well. Looking at the rest of the top five, so I regained the third spot over Ethan with a pretty strong 71 last week, but I am 50 points behind Luke. Yeah, I think so. And obviously a further 18 points behind Betts, which would be 68. So realistically, yeah, there's no chance me or anybody else can catch either of them. And then Owen does round out the top five, so Owen has some pedigree behind his cup run here, being in the top five, Chris. But we go to 6th place for the highest score of the week, which was 93, with the newly married man, Ben Rail himself. So we'll take a look at his team, Chris. He had Ryan goal, who got 6, Van Dijk with 14, Gabriel 6. He got 0 from Pedro Porro. Declan Rice got 5, Dominic Zoboslai 9, Bruno Guimaraes 4, Dango for Brentford 15, Spy Choice, Watkins with 15, and Captain Hunt, who got him 9 points. Could have been over 100 point. Actually, no, could it? Yeah, he would have had some defenders on the bench, so we could have squeezed a little bit more, but not a great deal more, Chris. But a solid week all the way around for Ben.
Totally agree. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, post wedding bounce here. I'm glad that he spent his honeymoon doing the useful things such as picking fancy football teams. But yeah, if he wasn't such a Liverpool fanboy picking Florian Wirtz over Krupi, who is the man in form, then yeah, it's going to be a 100-point week. But 93 points this time, pretty good. He's propelled himself up. I mean, I'd take that. And to be fair, seems to be leading in the, if you look in the International Classics League on the left hand side there. Rail versus Palmer division. I think that he is absolutely striping. So that's the one that matters.
Indeed. So no other changes elsewhere there in the top 10, as you can see, but we have the second highest scoring of the week also coming from the top 10, which was Aiden, who got 80 points. So let's look at Aiden's team. He also had Ryan goal with 6, also Gabriel got 6. Nothing else to speak of across the back line. Fernandes we captained with 18, Saka got 10, Watkins with 15. Morgan Rogers on the bench, though, which I can only imagine that was referring to, Chris.
Well, yeah, what are you doing? Morgan Rogers is a man in form, has been all season, then you're going to go for who? Beto?
Yeah, I was just looking at the line. That's a strange choice. Beto over him. I agree.
Strange choice, that's a strange choice. I mean, again, this sort of selection issue, I imagine, has been an issue for Aiden all week, and all year indeed, because 2.3 million overall says it all, really. So
But 10th
But
place
80
at
points,
Waypoint.
still a very good week. Yeah, that's right. Still a very, very good week.
Okay, so going further down the table, as you can see, it's actually surprising how, maybe it's not surprising how little movement changes there are, because the further you get through the season, as we know, it's all fairly tight, but I guess after 38, 37 weeks, whatever, there's a little bit of disparity between the tiers, and again, where everybody sort of broadly has similar teams, it can be hard to overtake people. There is one change further down, which Mike is overtaking Palmer. As you say, Palmer's not having the best of years in this one or the Palmer Rail Invitational. We turn to the bottom. Cam does remain the bottom, and there is a little bit of update for the race for last place, because Mike did outscore Cam by 12 last week, so the gap now stands at 20 points at the bottom, which, to be honest, Chris, is probably enough, I would say, given the pedigree of
I'd say
the
so.
teams, for Mike to avoid the dreaded last place. But neither of those teams, actually, sorry, before we get to that, we'll do the third highest scoring points, which came from Brad, who got 79, who's now in 13th. Before we get to that, Chris, is a points deduction on the table? Is a fine here? Do we need to expel him from the league?
I think for the singing alone, I think for the singing alone, he deserves something. I mean, I think that the £5 fine that has been levied his way for, well, I mean, getting morsely drunk and drunk shit posted on our.
Well, that's £1, Chris. You just swore on the pod, and I'm not editing that out. So.
I think that's the dictionary. So just so you know, but yes, say on our group chat. But it baffles me how someone can be so out of tune. It just baffles me. So, and I have to say, when I left them yesterday afternoon, they were in much, and he was in much better state. He could actually stand, but clearly, the singing's taken its toll. Performer's life, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how it goes. I mean, similar to Middlesbrough being the first team to lose a playoff semi-final and still be able to play in the final, Brad may be the first player, or former player, I should say, non-active player or coach to be fined in the Waypoint team.
Yeah, it's like when performers, fall on hard times, Nathan. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. That's what he looked like. That's what he looked like. A spent force at the end of his career. And hopefully he doesn't do what Elvis did and just kill and die in the toilet later. So
we hope that doesn't happen.
Anyway,
his fantasy team did significantly better. Yes, he got 79 points last week, which was good for 30. He had Van Dijk with 14, Tarkowski got 3, Gabriel again 6, Enzo Fernandez, one of the few people sticking with the Chelsea player at the moment, 13, rewarded for it. Buemo got 7, Morgan Rogers 24, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who got 7, Chris. So yeah, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Rogers would have been the captain. Because he actually had Gordon in his lineup to be captain, but he did not play, so he got very fortunate to get the third highest scoring team, shall we say, by getting the sub and the vice. Yes,
this explains the hipster back 5 in fantasy football, which it's a bold call there, Con. But yes. I like the fact that he's gone with a single Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front. That's a brave move. 79 points though, and Morgan Rogers bailing them out. So I see that Brad's Birmingham roots are kind of helping out there.
Absolutely. Into the lowest scoring team of the week, like I was about to tease, that doesn't come from either of the bottom two teams. It in fact comes from our captain himself, Chris Brett. In 19th, had a lowly 31-point week last week. Too busy arranging golf days, clearly. Let's take a look at his team. Raya got 6. Rice got 5. As he got 3. Holly got 9. His captain, João Pedro, on the bench did not play, so presumably got subbed out. And then the vice was Foden, who got 1 point, doubled to 2. So he had a 0 from Pedro Porro as well. And even left points on the bench to boot, Chris. Not that it would have helped him avoid, I think, being the last place team.
Don't worry, no one's starting Carl Darlow, even Leeds. I mean, to be fair, the best I can say about this is his team name is still changed name. And I think the best thing for him to do is change team.
Not church football league team. That is it's just fun.
Oh no. This pattern.
Just
I'm not thinking further afield, you know. But maybe for 31, that's what gets you excommunicated from the team, you know.
But that does bring us to the end of the Waypoint FPL update. So next time we come to you, it will be the last week of the season. The recap of the last week of the season. As always, Chris, I'll give you the final word.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's a big one between Betts and Luke. I'm glad that Betts has used all of his injury timeouts this year to actually win something. So here for that. But you know, he could be picked on the last day. 17 points. We've seen that. It can easily be done, but it looks pretty tight and has been for a long time. So good to see on the last day of the season that it actually comes down to something. Limited amount of people care, but we'll see. Other than that, though, still the same as ever. I see that enough of you have asked to carry on through the summer. I'll try and arrange something for that very soon and get it out there. Other than that, I think we still need one for the cricket match on the 20th. So if you can just run around the field, then do say yes. And other than that, the team barbecues on the 4th of July. I see many of you have put your vote down already. If you're still wanting to come to that, do let us know so we can get everything in. But it'd be good to see everybody. Other than that, though, we're back for this FPL update next week. Best of luck to Betts and to Luke. Bragging rights to the winner. Have a great week.